Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and marbles. Welcome to MLF Week 2. Here we have a stunning view of Marble Stadium. Today we have a packed crowd, ready to watch all their teams compete to see who advances in the season with a better record. Here we have a recap of Week 1 of the standings in the MLF. In the West Conference, we have Knights on top of the division, scoring 33 points, followed with the Reapers, Wranglers, and Scorpions. Then we have the other 4 teams that started off the season 0-1, and their scores to the side as well. In the Eastern Conference, we have the Kings with the highest point total of the league so far. They have put up 36 points Week 1, highest in the league. They're on top of the standings, 1-0, followed by the Pirates, then the Spartans, then the Mustangs. Then we have the rest of the teams are 0-1. Even with the Sharks putting up 31 points, they started off with 0-1, puts them in 5th place. Look for them to bounce back. Here we have the Week 2 schedule. Look for them to be great games today. We have the Huskies versus Tigers, Pirates versus Spartans, Kings versus Mustangs, Spiders versus Sharks. Then we have the Dinos versus Hawks, Knights, Wranglers, Serpents versus Reapers, and to cap off the week, the Bulls versus the Scorpions. Look for it to be an amazing week. And let's kick off some Marble League football. Our first matchup will be the Huskies versus the Tigers. The Huskies coming off a loss last week, putting up 22 points. They scored 1 touchdown, 5 field goals, and 6 stops. While the Tigers also come off with a loss last week, only putting up 19 points, 1 touchdown, 4 field goals, and 8 stops. Look for it to be a great game. And let's kick off Marble League football Week 2. The Huskies won the toss and they will begin the game with the ball here. First quarter, they roll down the field. They put out a touchdown! They take a 7-0 lead over the Tigers in the first quarter. How can the Tigers respond here? They do not! They get stopped on all 3 possessions. Huskies remain with the lead here in the second quarter. Can they tack on more? Touchdown! Make it 14-0 in the second quarter. What can the Tigers do before halftime? They're down 2 scores. They roll down the field. 2 field goals. They cut the lead down to 8 going into halftime. In the third quarter, the Tigers will start with the ball here. They're down 8 points. Touchdown! They cut the lead down to 1, make it 14-13. Can the Huskies extend their lead here, up by 1? Touchdown! And a penalty. There's a penalty. Can they take advantage of this penalty? It's 21-13. They do not. Keep the score up by 8. Tigers here in the fourth quarter, trying to stay alive in this game. 2 touchdowns! Another one! 21 points in the fourth quarter. They take a 34-21 lead. Can the Huskies come back here? They do not! They put up only 1 touchdown, just shy. Wow, what a game. Your Tigers win. The Tigers were down for most of this game, quarters 1 through 3. But they put up 21 points in that fourth quarter. They put up 4 touchdowns, 3 of those which came in the fourth quarter, 2 field goals, and 6 stops. While the Huskies, who were leading for most of this game, only put up 4 touchdowns, no field goals, and 8 stops. Those no field goals really was bad for the Huskies, which made them drop this game. Look for both teams to come back even stronger in Week 3. But your Tigers come out 1-1, Huskies 0-2. Our next matchup is a great one between the Pirates and the Spartans. Both teams coming off a win in Week 1, and both teams also putting up more than 30 points. Pirates averaging 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and 6 stops, while the Spartans 2 touchdowns, 6 field goals, and 4 stops. Look for it to be a great game between 2 teams who started off 1-0 and scoring over 30 points. The Spartans won the coin toss and will want the ball here to start the game. They roll down the field. There's a stop. And a touchdown! Make it a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Pirates already down 1 possession. Can they respond? They put up 6 points, 2 field goals, cut the lead down to 1 point. The second quarter, can the Spartans extend their lead here, up 1. Touchdown! And a field goal! Make it 10 points, 17-6. Pirates have a chance before halftime to cut down the lead. Make it a field goal, make it 9-17 going into halftime. They will receive the ball here in the third quarter. Can they cut down this lead? There's a penalty. 2 penalties. They have a stop and 2 penalties. They will have 2 retries. Can they capitalize on these penalties? They put on a touchdown. They cut the lead down to 1 point. 16-17. Spartans here in the third quarter. Field goal. And a field goal. Make it 23-16. 7-point lead here. 1 possession game. Fourth quarters. Pirates. There's a penalty. And a field goal. 19-23. This penalty right here to stay in this game. Can they do it? Touchdown! They take the lead! 3-point lead! 26-23. Can the Spartans respond? Fourth quarter. Touchdown! 2 touchdowns! Your Spartans come out victorious here. In an exciting action-packed game, the Spartans come out on top over the Pirates. Spartans move to 2-0 while the Pirates fall to 1-1. Spartans put up 37 points, 4 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and 5 stops. They still average over 30 points a game, while the Pirates only put up 26 points, 2 touchdowns, 4 field goals, and 6 stops. Pirates put under their 30 points per game. Look for them to bounce back in Week 3, while the Spartans look to trudge on in Week 3. Our next matchup features 2 teams who came out victorious in Week 1, the Kings versus the Mustangs. The Kings put up the most points in the league with 36, averaging 3 touchdowns, 5 field goals, and 4 stops, while the Mustangs putting up only 23 points, 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and 8 stops. Look for it to be a great game, and one team will come out here victorious. The Kings won the coin toss, and they decided to defer for the second half, so the Mustangs will start the game here with the ball. They roll down the field, put on a field goal. They take a 3-0 lead over the Kings in this first quarter, and the Kings respond here. Down small early in this game. There's a penalty. 10 points! Make it 10-3 already. There's a penalty, so they have a chance here to add some more points in the first quarter. Can they do it? Field goal! Make it 13-3. They take a 10-point lead here in the second quarter. Can the Mustangs respond? Down 10 points. And a field goal! Make it 13-6. 7-point game here. Can the Kings tack on more before halftime? 3 points. Touchdown! Make it 23-6 going into halftime. They will get the ball here in the third quarter. Can they add more? Touchdown! Field goal! 33-6. Big lead here by the Kings. Mustangs down big. They need something big here. Field goal. Make it 33-9 and a penalty. They need much more than field goals here. They're down by a big deficit. And they do not take advantage of the penalty. Score is still 33-9. Kings can take a big lead here in this fourth quarter. 2 field goals. Make it 39-9. 30-point lead. This game looks like it could be over. Mustangs field goal with 2 penalties. I don't think it's enough. They will still go down. No points, no points. Your Kings, 39 points, league high again for the second straight week. They take the W here over the Mustangs. They put up another league high points, 39 in week 2 here, the Kings. They put up 3 touchdowns, 6 field goals, and only 3 stops. While the Mustangs were unable to find the end zone here in week 2. Are they a bluff coming into the MLF season? They're 1-1. They put up only 12 points, 4 field goals, no touchdowns, and 8 stops. Look for the Mustangs to bounce back in week 3 and the Kings to continue their rule in week 3. The next matchup here features 2 winless teams in week 1. The Spiders versus the Sharks. Spiders averaged 23 points, 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and 7 stops. While the Sharks, although winless, 31 points, 4 touchdowns, 1 field goal, and 7 stops. Look for one team to finally tack on a win in the W column. The Spiders won the toss and elected to receive here, so they will start the game here with the ball. Go down the field. They put up a field goal. 3 points in the first quarter, take an early lead over the Sharks. One team will come out here with a win. The Sharks come down the field. A field goal, they tie it up, make it 3-3 going into the second quarter. Can the Spiders respond to that field goal? Score's tied so far. Touchdown! They take a 10-3 lead, 7-point here. Can the Sharks respond? Down a touchdown. They do not! They get stopped on all 3 tries. Going into halftime. They will get the ball here, down 7 points. Low scoring game here. Touchdown! They tie it up! 10-10. Third quarter, can the Spiders respond? Touchdown! Make it 17-10. Sharks need to respond here. Both teams are responding to each other thus far. Fourth quarter. 10 points and a field goal. Make it 23-17. Spiders need something here to win this game. Fourth quarter. Touchdown! They win this game by 1 point. Miraculous finish. The Sharks and the Spiders finish the game in a crazy ending with the Spiders scoring that runaway touchdown to win this game. Spiders win by 1 point, 24-23. They put up 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal, and 8 stops, while the Sharks only scored 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and 7 stops. The Sharks fall to 0-2, even though they scored 31 points in that game. They failed to crack 25 in the second game. Spiders move to 1-1. Look for both teams to bounce back in week 3. Our next game features the Dinos and the Hawks, both teams winless in week 1, and both teams barely scoring over 20 points a game. Dinos, 3 touchdowns, 0 field goals, and 9 turnovers, while the Hawks, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and 8 stops. Look for each team to look for their first W here in week 2. The Hawks won the coin toss and elected to defer for the second half, so the Dinos will start the game here with the ball. And then we have kickoff. Touchdown! And a field goal, making a quick 10-point lead already in the first quarter for the Dinos. Hawks already down, first quarter. And they get nothing. They get stopped on all 3 tries. Big plays by the Dinos here early in the game. Can they extend their lead? Almost a touchdown! But there is a penalty. They'll have another try here to extend their lead if they can. But they get nothing. They get stopped. They do not take advantage. Hawks still very much in this game. Go down the field. Field goal. 2 field goals. Make it 6-10 going into halftime. They will have the ball here in the third quarter. Down 4 points. They get stopped on both tries. There is a field goal. Make it 9-10. Lowest scoring defensive game thus far. Can the Dinos extend their work? Touchdown! Make it 9-17. Dinos up 8 points. Can the Hawks respond here in the fourth quarter to stay in this game? Touchdown! Field goal! Wow! They take a 2-point lead here. 19-17. Dinos need something here to stay in this game or to win. They go down. Touchdown! They win this game. 19-24. What a finish. In the low-scoring defensive battle, the Dinos come out here victorious over the Hawks. The Dinos advance to 1-1 while the Hawks drop to 0-2. Dinos put up 24 points with 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal, and 8 stops with that runaway touchdown in the fourth quarter to win the game. The Hawks were down most of the game, but they came back in that fourth quarter but failed to remain with the lead here. They put up 1 touchdown, 4 field goals, and 7 stops, 19 points. Look for both teams to bounce back in week 3. Our next matchup is a huge one between the Knights and the Wranglers. Both teams come out victorious in week 1. Knights averaging over 30 points a game, while the Wranglers only 24 points per game. One team will come out here undefeated, while the other one will drop 1 game. Let's see how this great game goes. The Wranglers won the coin toss and selected to defer for the second half, so the Knights will start the game here with the ball to kick off this great game. Touchdown already! 7-point lead over the Wranglers, the Knights. Wranglers here, first quarter, looking to tack onto their scoreboard. Field goal! Cut the lead down to 4, make it 3-7. Can the Knights increase their lead here in the second quarter? Look for it to be a fast-paced game between 2 undefeated squads. Field goal! Touchdown! Wow, 14-point lead! 17-3. Wranglers need something huge before the half. They go down the field, down 14. 2 field goals there, make it 9-17. There is a penalty. They have a chance here to cut the lead down before half. Can they do it? Touchdown! Wow! Make it 16-17. 1-point game here. Third quarter. Wranglers to start the game with the ball. Touchdown! They take the lead. Make it 23-17. It's a 6-point game. Knights trailing. First time in the game. They go down the field. Touchdown! They take the lead back out of field goal. Make it 27-23 going into the fourth quarter. Can the Wranglers take the lead back? Touchdown! Wow, they take a 3-point lead. 30-27. Knights have a chance here to tie it up or win this game. Can they do it? To remain undefeated. Oh no! They get stopped. Wranglers come out here with the win. They advance to 2-0 while the Knights drop to 1-1. Wow! The Wranglers defeat the Knights here in week 2. 30-27. The Wranglers advance to 2-0 while the Knights drop to 1-1 on the season. The Wranglers put up 3 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and 6 stops, while the Knights put up 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and 7 stops. They were unable to score in the fourth quarter, which made them lose this game. The Wranglers, with that great defensive stop in that fourth quarter, kept them in that W column. Look for the Knights to bounce back and the Wranglers to keep going in the MLF season. Our next game will feature the Reapers and the Serpents. The Reapers come off a win in week 1, scoring 30 points per game, while the Serpents lost in week 1, only 13 points per game, the least amount in the season. Reapers will look to continue their win streak, while the Serpents want to add a win in that column. Look for it to be a great game here. The Reapers won the coin toss here and elected to receive, so they will start the game here with the ball. They go down the field. We kick off the game. 2 field, make it 3 field goals. It's a 9-point lead over the Serpents already. Can the Serpents respond here? Down already in the first quarter. They do not. They get stopped. The offensive struggles continue in week 2 for the Serpents. Can the Reapers add on to their lead here? Go down. Touchdown! And 2 field goals. Make it 22-0 already. The Reapers continue where they left off in week 1, scoring points. Can the Serpents put up something before half? Touchdown! They put up something on the board. There's a penalty. Can they take advantage before halftime? They do not! 22-7 going into halftime. The Serpents will get the ball here in the 3rd quarter. Can they climb back into this game? They're down 15. Touchdown! Field goal! They do! It's 22-17. They're back in this game, down 5 points. Can the Reapers continue their lead here? They do not! They get stopped! They leave the door open for the Serpents to climb back in. Serpents, 4th quarter. Can they take a lead here? Oh! 10 points! They take a lead! 5-point lead, 27-22. Can the Serpents pull this off? The comeback. Reapers, down 5 points. Field goal. 2 field goals for the win! They win this game 28-27. They stop the comeback, and the Serpents drop to 0-2 while the Reapers 2-0 on the season. What a game! Would look like to be a walkthrough game for the Reapers ended up being a close one at the end, with the score being 28-27. The Reapers put up only 1 touchdown, but they did score 7 field goals with 4 stops. The Serpents found a way to respond on offense in the second half, scoring 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and 7 stops, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Reapers. The Reapers scored the walk-away field goal to come out victorious. They've advanced to 2-0 while the Serpents fall to 0-2. Look for both teams to bounce back in week 3. Our final game of the week will feature the Bulls and the Scorpions. Both teams scoring low points in week 1, but the Scorpions come out victorious with 16 points per game, while the Bulls are 0-1, 13 points per game. Look for it to be a close one, maybe a defensive battle, or with both teams finally find something on offense. The Bulls won the coin toss and elected to defer for the second half, so your Scorpions will start the game with the ball. And we kick off! There's already 2 penalties to start the game. They get stopped there. Can they take advantage of these 2 penalties? Put up a field goal, they do! They take an early 3-0 lead over the Bulls, and the Bulls respond, down 3 points. Field goal, they tie it up. Oh, another field goal, they take the lead. Make it 6-3 over the Scorpions. Second quarter, Scorpions down 3 points. For them to tack on some more points. They tie it up, make it 6-6. Bulls, before the half here, have a chance to take the lead back here, if they can. Touchdown! Field goal! Make it 16-6 going into halftime. They will start the 3rd quarter here with the ball. Can they add more points? Field goal, touchdown, and a penalty. 26-6, can they add more? Field goal, make it 29-6. Wow, they come out firing here. Adjustments in the 3rd quarter. Can they score? Touchdown, Scorpions, and 2 field goals. They come right back answering. Looks like both teams made adjustments here in the second half. Bulls, no points. No points here in the 4th quarter. Wow. Scorpions have a chance here to tie up or to win this game. 4th quarter, can they do it? Oh no, they cannot. Only a field goal, make it 29-22. Your Bulls will win this game here. What a game. Both teams made adjustments in the second half, but the Bulls made some bigger ones. They come out victorious over the Scorpions, 29-22. The Bulls scored 2 touchdowns, 5 field goals, and 5 stops, while the Scorpions only scored 1 touchdown, 5 field goals, and 6 stops. The Bulls almost allowed the Scorpions to come back, but they had a big defensive stop to win this game. The Bulls move on to 1-1, and the Scorpions also 1-1. Look for both teams to continue their league in a great fashion. As we look here at the standings after week 2, we have the Kings still on top with a 2-0 record, scoring the most points in the league with 75 points, followed by the Spartans, 69 points, and then the Pirates, 60 points. They're 1-1. Then we have a 3-way tie between the Mustangs, Tigers, and Spiders. They're all 1-1 here. The Mustangs defeated the Tigers early on, but the Spiders have scored more points than the Mustangs, but they have not played each other. That's why we have a 3-way tie here. As the season moves on, all the teams will play each other, so the ties will unveil themselves, and we will see who really deserves the top seeding. As far as the West Conference, we have the Reapers now on first place, 2-0 with 58 points, followed by the Wranglers. The Knights at 1-1, losing to the Wranglers, dropped to 3rd place, but they have put up the most points in the conference. And we have the Dinos, 1-1, Bulls, 1-1, and the Hawks. We still have 4 winless teams in the season. Look for them to bounce back and get their first win in week 3. We finally move on to our 2 weekly awards, Team of the Week and Game of the Week. Your Team of the Week is again the Kings, putting up another league high 39 points on week 2, and allowing the Mustangs to only score 12 points with no touchdowns. So that's a no-brainer. Kings again, your Team of the Week. And your Game of the Week are the Serpents versus Reapers. The Reapers thought it was going to be an easy game, starting off 22-0 over the Serpents, but the Serpents came back to take the lead in the fourth quarter. The Reapers, though, were able to score the walk-off field goal to win this game. There were a lot of great games this week. But we thought that the Serpents and the Reapers were the Game of the Week. The Reapers advanced to 2-0. The Serpents dropped to 0-2. And this concludes MLF Week 2 on the season. Come back to watch Week 3 and cheer your team to see who comes out on top next week.